Hi, this is Editor Troxel. I've decided to do one more tutorial on these hidden project series. That will give us a total of 14 in this series, which is quite a few. But this one we're going to change the add event routine so that instead of doing everything there, we're just going to return the newly added event, and then we can make the changes to the events in another location. And I also added in, or at least started to add in, changing the event level properties. And so we can look at what I discovered there. Some of the properties we were able to change, some of them we were not. We will get into that when we get into that section. But let's see the changes that we made in this version. If we go back to our copy video event routine, the big change that I made, and this now instead of this being void, it's going to be of type video event. And then here I added a new video event, new event equals null. And then we are creating the new event here. So if it's a video adjustment event, it's created here. If it's a standard video event, it's created here. And then at the end of the routine, we're adding return new event. For the audio event, we're doing the same thing. We've changed this from void to audio event. Then we're creating the audio event. I went ahead and added all the extra ifs that we had used up here that for some reason I had not added down here. So if the event.takes.count is greater than 0, then we're going to do all of this stuff, and then we return the new event. And then we have our copy generated media routine. Once again, this is a video event now instead of being void. And then at the bottom, we return this new event that is created during the process of creating this new generated media. So now let's go back up to the top and see where all of these were called and see the changes that we made up there. Notice I'm not changing anything with this related to this audio event here. I'm not changing anything related to the generated media here, and I'm not changing anything related to the video event here. So now I have, if my track is video, then I've created me a new video event called copy v event, and I've set that equal to null. And then I created me a video event called original video event, which is of type video event from the current event we're looking at in the current project. So now here when we do our copy generated media, now we're saying copy v event equals that because this is now returning the event. Same thing here, when we copy a video event, we're now saying copy v event equals this right here, which gets the return version. Then whenever we were copying the pan crop and the effects and the fades and everything else, this can all now be done immediately up here, no matter whether it's a generated media or a video event, it doesn't matter. All of these are done right here. So we have our copy pan crop, and then I'm using copy video event, which is the new one, and then the original video event, and we're just passing the same information to all of these just like we did before. So instead of using the new event, I had to change all these to copy v event, and then all these I created this as my video event, so I didn't have to put video event in front of each one of these. So the original video event is specified in all of these cases. Then we're doing the same thing down here. We're creating an audio event, which is the original audio event I'm getting from event and converting it to type audio event. And then our new audio event is our copy A event, which we get from copy audio event routine, which once again is now returning an audio event. Then if we want to copy the fades, we copy from the A event from the original event, and then once again I have this new copy audio event properties and new copy video event properties, which is where I had started to copy over the actual event properties. So let's go down and look at these two new routines. and see how they work. Here's the copy audio events properties, and we're passing it the new event and the original event. And we're just going through each one of these properties and going new event dot, in this case, channels equals the original event dot channels. And we're just doing the same thing for all of the properties: invert phase, loop, method, normalized gain, the normalized, whether or not it is normalized, pitch lock, pitch semis, playback rate, and lock. And so all of these properties are now copied from the original event over to the new event, should any of them have been changed. And then up here we have the copy video event. Once again, we're going to the new event from the original event. This project here is technically not needed the way this is. I was doing some testing on some other things, so I had added that in, but this could be removed as it's not actually being used. Then we get our new event.loop equals the original event.loop, and then we have mute, name, playback rate, and locked. Now you notice I have 4 lines here that are commented out. I had looked at setting the maintain aspect ratio, the reduce interlace, the resample mode, and the undersample rate, but it did not want to change those 4 because the actual event was not quite to a state that it could accept those changes. It could accept those changes later, but then you would have to store this information and then go back through all of them again, and I did not choose to do that. I will show you where they can be changed though. If we come back up here, if you remember, we added our parent tracks information. We can actually see where I had tested it here, and here I had tested if we could change the maintain aspect ratio, and the answer is yes, we can there, because at this point everything has been properly initialized. And if you wanted to save all the information and go through another loop like we did here, then you would be able to set those values here. So now let's do a quick test. So here's the new project. If we come in here and look at this properties, you can see the playback rate we had changed to 2 in the sample, and some of these I had changed, and so you can see that the information did get copied over. If we look at our audio, you can see I had invert phase checked, and so you can see that invert phase, normalized were both copied over. And so those were changed by the script. So this has been a really cool series of scripts. I have thoroughly enjoyed learning about this hidden project that I didn't even realize was there initially. And so it has kind of opened my eyes to some possibilities of some other things. But overall, we have learned that we can copy a lot of information from one place to another place, whether it's from this current timeline to this hidden project, or from the current timeline to another place on the timeline. The same techniques would work in copying just to another location on the timeline. So I hope you like this series. Like, subscribe, leave me messages, let me know what you'd like to see in the future, and we'll see you in the next tutorial.